Hello, this is Heavy Thrash Shed of the Nasty Metal Productions channel at YouTube. I'm going to show off what I have on the Metal Blade Records label. You know, everyone knows that how long they've been around. Geez, since the 80s. Mostly famous for the Metal Massacre series, which featured breakout bands such as Metallica, Rat, and Slayer. And then they also did other ones, including like LPs, the first few LPs for Slayer, and you know, history's been made. And everyone knows the mastermind behind that label, Brian Slagel, whatever his name is pronounced. You know, everyone knows him, so I'm going to shut up and show off what I have. Now, I'm going to go from year dates, and the earliest that I have is this one. Bloodlust, Guilty as Sin. Shoot, light just... Yeah, Guilty as Sin by Bloodlust. Now this is indeed one of the earliest ones that I have, and this is a speed metal band that featured one of the vocals, now not on this one, who doesn't sing on this, is Guy Lord, which is, if I'm not mistaken, him right there. He would go on to do a solo record called under the name Lord, and I forgot that name of that album, but that's a pretty rare metal LP. But he sings on this one. After this, they would get the vocalist of Abattoir and to sing for them, but this is definitely a pretty raw speed metal record, and probably one of my favorites of the early Metal Blade Records releases. Just high octane speed metal and very raw production, but honestly it gives this album the charm, because it's like just in your face. That's pretty much what I like about this. So. And this is also when Metal Blade were an independent label, so I'm going to show off the label for all you, just to show. Yeah, here's the right there, band photo, lyrics sheet, and shoot, get it. There's the, you know, the old Metal Blade label right there with the battle axe, whatever. Yeah, the blood spitting out. You know, this is pretty much one of my favorite Metal Blade Records logos, next to the blade looking one. Not the one where it's got the fucking pirate look. I don't care for that logo myself, but right there. Now I got another one to show off, and it's the last early LP that I have, and it's Predator, Easy Prey. Yes, yes. The album that has the most worst artwork to ever grace a metal album, even though there have been also some pretty bad artwork for, I guess, even some Metal Blade releases, as well as even independently, like the private bands. But honestly, cover aside, I actually dig this album. I actually do dig it. It's very more guitar shredding. It's more guitar shredding, like something you might expect on a Shrapnel Records label. You know, it's bands such as Chastain and I guess even Steeler, but this is much more heavier than Steeler. Than that one that featured Yngwie Malmsteen. Which, he is kind of similar, but he actually tends to tone it, you know, he pulls it back. It's it's not too shredsturbation. It's not a lot of that, and even though there is a lot of shredding, it isn't so like obnoxious sounding. It's just get to the point type shredding. I like it. I really dig it. It's definitely also thrashy, but it's just a pretty good US power metal album, I would say. But it's shredding. And also this one does feature the classic logo right there. I think this does feature lyrics as well. Oh, it does. Right there. Lyric sheet. Okay. Now it's on the move on the CDs. The earliest Metal Blade CD release that I have is this. Torch, Firerazer, classic Swedish metal band. Everyone should know, I guess if some probably do know, if you don't, this is probably the one to go for. This was originally released on... Oh, god damn it. I just forgot the record label's name. But they were on... I'm not gonna say Fingerpoint, because of that was Axe Switch, I believe. Axe Switch, Gotham City, and oh god, Mindless Sinner. But those were all three Swedish bands, and this is one to definitely check out. This is actually a part of the Metal Classics series, which is, how do you tell? Just by that logo right there. And this was also helped distributed by the Enigma record label, which also helped produce a few of their LPs, which also did this. But it features that's the original logo right there. This Enigma logo within have logo on here is this one, which would be featured on like your Striper LPs. But this is definitely a early one. Fucking discs, that ain't good. Luckily didn't break, but oh, gotta change the case. But here's the disc, how that one looks for that. And there's another cool one. And also, this is actually, when I bring out the cover, I'm going to tell you a little something about this. This is actually a promo copy because it's got the punch hole. Those two LPs are also promo copies because of the saw cuts, which I'm not a fan of. But this one, it bugged me, but then come to find out that it's a promo copy, makes it more cooler because it's more badass. But it's like, how much more badass is it to have a promo copy, one of the best Swedish metal EPs be released? Oh yeah, and also there's like, you know, the order form for, you know, like the order stuff, and then there's like the merchandise and it folds. Oh, it's a pretty cool one. It's cool. It's a definitely classic EP. I know Metal Blade released their other album, the self-titled one, but I don't want to have that one because of they apparently take out the song Beyond the Threshold of Pain, which does get featured on here, but it's a different version compared to the one that is on the 1983 debut album. But if I have to say, this is the version on here. It's much better. It's much more raw. It's even a little heavier. It's like, to me, the production for this kind of reminds me of like the production for the original mix of Twisted Sisters Under the Blade. It's just fucking heavy. It's fucking raw. It's very like, it's demo, you know, very lo-fi, but it kicks ass. Now, I'm going to show off more. It's the earliest one. Now it's time to get a little later, when they start doing their reissues, even though that's definitely a reissue as well. Corrosion of Conformity. Animosity, classic crossover thrash band, crossover band, whatever, very classic. You know, I haven't listened to a lot of Corrosion of Conformity. I know they changed their sound a little later on, but this one's definitely a pretty good, you know, record. It's pretty good. Sound, you know, it's got that crossover sound, like a little similar to DRI and Cro-Mags. It's pretty much that, and I don't know, it's just awesome. It's definitely a cool album. Disc. Okay. Whoa. I kind of skipped a year. This was released in this reissue is 1984. Here's one from 1993. This is Anacresis, Screams and Whispers. Classic prog thrash band. Honestly, I think this is pretty much like prog thrash, and this album is a little much more proggier than some of their earlier stuff, but this is still pretty good. It's definitely a pretty good listen from start to finish. A lot of people definitely say this is one of their best ones. Honestly, it is good, but I kind of think some of their early ones were a little better. But honestly, this is still, it's a very enjoyable album from start to finish. This is one you have to give a lot more listens, a lot more, you know, really have to digest, I guess, because some of this stuff isn't for everyone. I get that, but it's still good. I like it. This was also co-released by the Warner Brothers label. I had another one, but I don't have a case for it, only a sleeve, and that's the repress that Metal Blade did of Alice Cooper's Muscle of Love. Originally had the case for that, but don't know where it went. Still have to look for that, but have the disc. But here about this one, if anyone has never seen it, which they probably have, but I'm going to show it anyway. But it folds out. It's cool. I picked this up as a blind buy, actually, to be quite honest. I picked this up as a blind buy, and I actually it didn't grab me at first, but it was definitely growing on me. It's a grower. It's definitely one you have, like, again, you have to take some time with it. Okay.